Today we're talking how to shallow your swing properly. Hi there everybody, Andrew Rice here at my home, the Western Savannah Harbor Resort. Golf Digest Top 50 teacher, Golf.com Top 100 teacher. I am here to help you play better golf, and today we are talking that all-important topic, how to shallow your golf swing properly. Before we get to the action, let's take care of a little bit of business. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. We all like free stuff. We all like good free stuff. And I'm going to go out of my way to give you good free stuff to help you play better golf. Also, check out my website, andrewricegolf.com. You can learn a lot about me. You can read some more articles. You can watch some more videos like this. All there for you to help you play better golf. Let's get to the action. So why is shallowing important? Why is a steep downswing perhaps the number one fault that I see on my lesson tee? Here's why. Because when a player, and all those players on TV do it so well, when a player initiates their downswing with the shaft under that trail shoulder, that's really what shallowing is. That's steep downswing, that's a shallowing downswing. They're now in a position to where they are able to rotate. And when a player can rotate through impact, they have improved ability to control the face. And when we can control the face through the impact zone, now we can start to hit laser beam iron shots, laser beam tee shots, and we can really get consistent. We can really start to get predictable. So this is all about how to shallow your golf club properly. What don't we want to do? What don't we want to do as we attempt to shallow this club? We want to avoid getting up to the top. We want to avoid dropping this club behind us in a false fashion where we've now compromised the club face. Okay? Because a lot of people I see who are trying to shallow their golf club, their downswing, they drop the club in a false fashion and they compromise the face angle. So now they've shallowed out the club, but the face, as you can see there, is wide open. So what are they going to have to do through impact? They're going to lose all the benefit that they're working to gain, and they are going to have to rely on a flip. Very inconsistent, highly unpredictable, not anything I would want to rely on. So the number one thing we've got to watch for is shallowing in a false fashion where we compromise the face angle. Number two, and I'm going to have some great drills for you, so stick around. Now really I'm going to have some nice feels and some good pictures, some good drills for you to work on to learn how to shallow this club properly. Number two is, and I'm going to do this one from face on, is I see golfers get up to the top and they go, oh, you want me to shallow the club? Watch this. And they tip their body. Okay, they just tip their spine back, and from this view you can see if I just tip my spine back, I can get the club head to drop down to the inside. Well, now I'm in no position to get into a good impact strike, and I've got to once again rely on a flip and timing and athleticism and nothing I would want to play a 18 hole or 36 or 54 hole tournament with. So we are going to look to counter those two problems. One where we compromise the face, one where we compromise our pivot on the way down in order to make the club look shallow. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to, let's start with the club face first. And so I know this, that the vast, well, 99% of tour players on the way down have a bowed wrist at this point in the downswing. They have a bowed wrist. The reason they have a bowed wrist is because they're getting the club face in position so that they can work through impact, let it go, but keeping the club face fairly quiet. That's going to help with predictability, right? And so we want to make sure that instead of shallowing the club and compromising the face angle via bad wrists, we want to keep that club face in place. And so we're going to work Watch my wrist. I'm going to come closer so everybody can see this nicely. Watch my wrist here. As I come down, you'll see how I'm actually twisting my wrist that way, and I'm actually creating a little bit of bow on the way down. That's not allowing the club face to get compromised. And so that's very important. I would love for everybody, if you want to understand shallowing, take in this information, but get yourself in front of a mirror where you can start to see it. And so get yourself in front of a mirror and go, ah, okay, I see the face is not laying down. That club face, the shaft might be laying down, but I'm not allowing the face to lay down as well. Okay, so that's point number one. I want you to feel that wrist twisting down at the early part of the downswing to keep the face in place, so now we can rotate and we don't have to flip. Number two, and I want you, it's a nice sunny day out here in Savannah at the moment, and I've got my shadow. I want you to look at using your shadow to make sure that as you try to get a feel for shallowing the club, you're not going to tip your body. You're not going to do that. I want you to feel, and you're watching me, this is what I would like for it to look like. Notice how I haven't tipped my body. My lead shoulder is still below my trail shoulder. As I get to the top, my left shoulder is under my right. As I shallow the club, I'm still keeping my lead shoulder down. I'm not, if I tip my body, look what happens. See how that lead shoulder really moves up, pushes up? So as you work to shallow the club, I want you to make sure there's no tipping going on. That's why we've got to have that mirror in play, okay? You need to get the right look, and then you're going to extract the feel from that look that you see in the mirror that you know is correct. And let's go practice with that. Let's go and rehearse. Let's go and make a bunch of swings trying to get a feel for, got the face, and I'm not tipping. I know I'm shallowing that club. I've really got to feel it a lot. We see players on tour go with these crazy practice swings all the time. Let's get some excessiveness into our practice swings. It's not a real swing, it's a feel motion. We're going to try to extract some feels from there. So it's there, no tip, okay, and we go through that way. Let me hit one. And I'm going to hit this very slowly. I'll play it in slow motion for you. A little low in the face, but definitely a technically minded swing. Now, here's the drill. When you're hitting shots, here it comes. I call it the wall scraper drill. And what we're going to do, because the objective behind shallowing the club is so we can rotate better, so we can control the face. So we need to make sure we don't necessarily get our hands and arms behind us, but we get this club head behind us on the way down. What does that do? It incentivizes the player, the athlete, to rotate more because the club head's behind them, the ball's in front of them. How do we get the club head out that way? We rotate. And so my wall scraper drill, I've got an alignment rod pegged in the ground behind me here, and that is to represent my wall. Okay, so I set up to the golf ball, and you don't have to have an alignment rod there, just an imaginary wall. It's up to the top, and now I want to feel like on the way down, I'm going to scrape the club head down the wall, okay, down the imaginary wall. So up to the top, feel like I scrape it down there, scrape it down there. Now let's rotate. That was a better strike, okay? And you get the idea. That's going to certainly exaggerate the sense of shallowing the club. Up, scrape it, don't tip, don't compromise the face, rotate through. Okay, that's going to take you from this position, which is a killer. Anytime I see someone getting in that overly steep vertical early downswing, the body invariably stands up, the hands get pushed out, and now we're going to need to flip. Let's get rid of that. Let's stop doing that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you've clicked that subscribe button in the top right corner of the screen. And if you are subscribed, give us a like, share it with a friend. You know you've got friends out there that certainly could benefit from some of this information. Even if you are subscribed, I'd love for you to give the bell a ring. Ring that little bell in the bottom right corner of the screen there. That way, anytime I post new information, you'll get notified, and hopefully we can get better together at enjoying this great game.